coming to you in front of this library for one specific reason, because some people need to go and read and understand what in the hell is going on with the election. Because some folks have just lost their mind. But this is Black and White Politics. I'm David. I am the black guy.
And I'm
Blaine.
I'm the very nicely tanned white guy.
Very nice tan.
Yeah.
All right. The reason I say that, I want to know who picks the United States president. Is it the media or the Electoral College when they sit?
Well,
I just want to know who picks the president of the United States.
Well, when I go on YouTube and other things, they're quick to remind me that the Associated Press has already called.
You've noticed that, right?
Called Joe Biden the winner, even though we keep getting reports on what we call more underground or alternative media that's not the case. But to answer your specific question, the Electoral College, the electors.
And when do they meet?
They're the ones. Shortly.
December 8th, right? And I believe they dropped their votes on the 14th of December.
Yeah.
So that means up till that point, Biden is just the presumptive.
He's presumed
president-elect.
To be president-elect.
Or as I like to say it, Harris the presumed president and Biden the figurehead, because he'll be out in 2 years anyway.
Yeah, I was watching another YouTuber and he made a very good point. I might get this wrong, but I think it was Coach Greg Adams. I think it was a Frisian Lifestyle. He's more of a MGTOW kind of channel-ish kind of thing. But he was talking about what he kind of sees, if I'm remembering correctly. And he was saying that what they're going to do is they're going to get Joe in, seeing as how he's a former vice president. And then what's going to probably happen is, because Joe's getting up there in age and health, and you can see his brain's not working, they're going to slide Kamala in because he's going to have a health condition or a mental health condition that'll force him.
Or if he just passes away in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night.
Mysteriously.
Can't even talk.
And now you've got Harris in there as the president. And so, yeah. But hopefully that won't happen. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
See, here's my problem. I do not really care if Joe Biden gets in office, as long as Republicans hold serve in the Senate to keep them from pushing crazy leftist agendas through to ruin this country, to send us more left. And you're going to say, and I've heard it seen because I've had this in other comments on other social media sites of mine, that Venezuela and Cuba and all these places are not the United States. You're exactly right. But we're trying really hard to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a certain faction that is pushing the party of the Democrats now that is trying to push in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they want for this country.
They're basically trying to turn us into a new Soviet Union, basically. What they're trying to do.
They won't. And what happens when you have socialism?
It doesn't work. We can see that
people
it doesn't work.
Rely on the government completely taking away the incentive of the people to actually go and work and fend for themselves. And then the people at top, the people running it, the people in power stay fat, fed, and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And the people, just like in Venezuela, are out tapping freaking pipelines to refine oil at home because they don't have any gas to put in their cars because the way the country is run.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we're fighting against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give specifics, but I work, I just left one job. But I work in an industry, transportation, as you guys know, and it is, which I guess you might say, quasi-government. And I've done this a couple of times now in my life. And when you get government involved in most things, they tend to screw things up. Things tend to not be on time. Things tend to be late. For example,
hurry up and wait in the military.
Yeah, hurry up and wait in the military, which we both know about that. If you've ever been in the military, hurry up and wait. Oh my God. I remember one morning, short version, waiting in the well deck of USS Nashville LPD-13 in my Beachmaster days. We are on the LCU, Uniform 1656. They said have our candy asses down there at 4 in the morning. Aye, aye. We sat there, missed breakfast, and didn't leave that well deck till, as I remember, about 9 a.m. We could have went to the galley and had chow. Now, we had MREs, but still, I'd rather be in the galley eating chow, not eating MREs.
That's how the government be running things.
That's how the government be running things.
Ronald Reagan said it best when he says, nothing is done better than what the private sector can do. Think about it. Operation Warp Speed that President Trump pushed to get a vaccine, and he kept telling y'all it was coming, and then the media kept screaming, what about all these people that died? He told you it's coming. We're rounding the door. And what did they release right after the election? Oh, well, now we got freaking vaccines coming out for the virus. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But
all that was done because that he allowed private industry to do what they do and to get to where they needed to go. And he took the red tape out of their way and the obstacles that they normally face to get to where they needed to go.
All the regulatory BS, basically. So yeah, I agree. Now, I want to also say this real quick. We do apologize because I work a lot now, which is a good thing.
And I drive.
And he works a lot too. And I know. I was trying to
wait. He works a lot.
A lot. I was trying to wait to see what was going to happen before I started really commenting about the election more.
Because it's been all over the place.
Because it's been all over the place. There, of course, has been Supreme Court rulings, or court rulings in Trump's favor.
There's been some against. There's been some against.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it boils down to this: it's ultimately going to wind up in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm okay either way. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
We'll still have a president.
Yeah.
We'll still have a vice president, as long as we control, or the Republicans. I mean, by we, because I am a Republican. As long as that House is controlled, that Senate is controlled by the Republicans, I don't have a problem, because there's that stopgap measure to keep the left from pushing. That's the reason them 2 Senate races in Georgia are so important. We have come to the realization that there's 2 types of people in this world, though. Those that believe everything that the media tells them, everyone, and those that have never cracked the book to understand what's really going on and how things really work.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I tell people all the time who want to debate me, that's fine. You can debate me, because it's possible for two people to have the exact same facts come up with a different.
That's right. I have no problem with that.
But the problem is, these people I talk to, when you ask them specific details, they have no clue about how things work. They are, I don't want to say totally, but mostly uneducated. And then, so when you throw facts in their face, and you even plead to them to do their research, even providing them with links, you get crickets, or they come back with you're a racist,
something negative, right?
You're a racist, or you're a sellout, or you're this, that, other. And I'm like, dude, what do you think I'm a racist or a sellout or whatever? Did you go and check the information? And most of the time, the answer is no. No, they didn't.
Amazing how that works. Deal with it every day.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but we appreciate you guys sticking with us. We know it's been a while, but I know I was really wanting to try to wait to see before I did what I used to do in my Democrat days when I was a Democrat, which was I'd hear something and I get all emotional and I jump up and be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I want it to be like I am now, more conservative, and try to wait to hear more of the details and do more research before I gave a reaction. And that's the way you should be.
One more thing before we go. All these people that talk about all the court cases that Donald Trump has lost. That's okay. There's a reason. He don't want a lower court to say anything positive. He wants to be able to use that, even if it's Republican judge or a Democratic judge, it doesn't matter because judges are supposed to be impartial. So all that is just gathering steam. This will eventually wind up in front of the Supreme Court.
Probably, yeah.
So with all that being said, got anything else?
Yeah. The one more thing I know we didn't talk about, but those daggone voting machines.
Oh, the one.
I mean, I'm just like, this whole thing was set up. The vote. I'm just throwing it. I don't want to give details, but the voting machine issues that have to be contested. The fact that Republicans and conservatives are not allowed in some states to properly observe the ballots, the counting of the ballots. The fact that they knew about these machines, the machines years ago, back in 2016 or so, having potential backdoor problems where they could be manipulated way back there.
They got freaking hallways. Look, here's the other thing. So he brought this up. So yeah. I know we're not finished. Look, what really gets me more than anything, that really just makes me laugh, is the fact that in some places you have 200% turnout, 350%. You can't have 250% more people of 100%.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Something's wrong.
You even have math people telling you that's not right. Now, what happened to following the science and the math? So the way I see it is, you want us to follow the science and the math when it comes to what you think things should be, but not follow it when things make absolutely no sense.
Right. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm trying to be short so we can close out, but you've got people more than probably ever before, I say probably ever before, who have been dead casting ballots.
Oh, there was a lot of folks.
Dead people casting ballots. You've got postal worker after postal worker after postal worker, like the one who got caught with all the ballots inside of the stores, the other one that dumped them at the house, the other one got pulled over by the cops on some other offense, had ballots in their car.
The other thing I really love,
all kinds of crap going on,
is how can you have 170, not 170, but it's over 100, I forgot the exact number, but it's over 100,000 ballots, and they all be just for Biden.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? But there's nothing of fraud. I'm not calling fraud. I'm saying there's something definitely doesn't smell right.
Something doesn't smell right. And for me anyway, in closing, I commented on Facebook this morning basically the following, and it was talking about some of the more legal stuff with Trump and all that kind of stuff. And I said the following: if President Trump gets elected, and if these courts and these other people investigating find out that the DNC and their cohorts manipulated, cheated, lied, paid off, which we know they probably did, I'm just saying, then for the DNC, the Democrat Party, this could be as damaging to them in the history books as Watergate was to conservatives back in Nixon's time.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind.
And if roles were reversed, and it would have been Biden that went to bed leading massively in all these states, and Trump was the winner, every freaking place in America would be flying off the handles trying to find out where someone cheated, and would be calling flat out. The news media would be screaming, he cheated, he did something. But that's not how it is. That's not how we operate.
Yeah.
With that being said, this is Black and White Politics. I'm David. I am the black guy.
And I'm Blaine. I'm the very handsome but tan white guy. Can't you
don't
tell?
let me tan like that.
Man, I don't know, man. You gotta get you some copper tone, bro. You hook you up.
He stays at the beach in the summer, so I think that helps him a lot. Y'all have a great, wonderful day.
Take care.
Peace.
Still